position because he is mining his second gas, but he also has that hatchery for production. Actually going to run his zerglings down. Action apparently trying to thought of sneaking a few zerglings by, but that was not going to happen. There was no way that HyuN was going to allow that. Action's initial mutalisks are out there. Probably going to be seeing HyuN's right now, coming in right now. So they are also going to be in time. I don't really think that Action's going to accomplish too much with these mutas. Trying to hide them a flame on the northern side, but I think HyuN spotted that with an overlord. Definitely knows about that now because the mutas are attacking it. But I probably spotted. We have been spotted. So kill the spot. The opposite side, HyuN's going to try to do the same. Going to try to pick off this overlord. We're going to see whether actually Action tries to move in and engage those mutas or not. He has, I think, a slightly superior number at the point. I don't think HyuN's built up quite as many mutas, but he's going to have a huge muta superiority as the game goes on. Also some Scourge out there for Action on the opposite side as well. So really, as the game goes on, there we go. Oh, God, I didn't think of that at all. Nice. So really, this still, despite this interesting move from HyuN, as he's actually going to go for the attack here, engaging with his mutas and Scourge hitting each other on all sides. Think Action coming in a little bit ahead. He has more Scourge to work with at the moment. He's going to be forced to fly to the upper right in position. Muta's a little bit lagging behind it. HyuN actually going to move with some of these Zerglings out there. But yeah, despite the fact Action went for a cool move by putting that hatchery there, so he is going to be able to get, mine his gas. Probably not. There seems to be not quite as fast a rate as regularly. But this means that the longer the game goes on, the better position still, I think, HyuN is going to be in. Because despite Action's interesting move, he's still going to be able to mine some gas. But actually, now that I look at the animations, I think they might be mining at about the same speed. One drone mining gas killed there by Action, so a little bit of damage done. But still, if the game should evolve into a longer game, there's going to be a stronger economy for HyuN because he's going to be able to build up a larger force. But at the moment, I think that's exactly the plan of action. Plan of action by Action is to make sure this does not evolve into a long game. A lot of Scourge going to come in from. We're going to see is some hits, some being microed against pretty well by HyuN. But HyuN doing a decent job with losing some mutas in there. Action going to actually fly back. Now, I'm surprised a little bit. I think he has a superior number of mutas out there. Some of them are very heavily damaged, though, so he wants to move back and get some reinforcements. And, of course, the problem with engaging, especially on this map, is that a pretty long reinforcement route for your mutalisks, but the defending player has a very quick resupply route, and that, of course, applies to pretty much every ZVZ, but on maps like this, and Ade as well, that really becomes extremely applicable. Many maps that have cross positions, that becomes extremely applicable. Yet again, going to see an engagement. There are some Zerglings on the ground there to absorb some of the shots. Action going to actually run back home and shoot some of these down, while HyuN does manage to run with some of these Zerglings up, but Action has a bunch of his own Zerglings ready to absorb that completely. So HyuN actually completely sacrificing some of these Zerglings for absolutely nothing. So now he has less of an army to work with, going to be able to pick up an Overlord here, but really sacrificing all those Zerglings, don't really think that really what he would have wanted to do. If he'd gone in with his own mutas, might have been able to do something while he was distracting Action's mutas with his own Zerglings, might have gone and do some killing, but decided against it. So far, I still think Action is a slightly longer position, but as the game progresses, it's going to turn worse for him. Action going to move in with his own Zerglings because he knew that HyuN sacrificed a lot going for that attack, but still, with those mutalisks in place and no mutalisk support for the Zerglings on Action's part, not real much. I'm still surprised. I think Action really should just build up an army. He had the Zerglings. He went for that attack with those Zerglings. He should have just had his mutalisk alongside to support, engage the mutas in the air. So he might have actually won the ground battle if he had done that. And he only needs to win one of the engagements. In the ZVZ, really, the air engagement is definitely more important because because mutas can attack everything, and pretty much because they can attack everything. If you have nothing but Zerglings, you're going to be screwed against the mutas. But if you go for an engagement and two armies wipe each other out, and one player has a semblance of an army left, either on the ground or in the air, he's going to be in a much stronger position. HyuN, lot of Scourge in a huge conga line and a huge formation behind his mutalisks, and some of his own Zerglings are running out as well. Both players have a lot of Scourge. HyuN actually going to go and pick off another Overlord, while actually going to be forced to being distracted by some Zerglings on the ground. Going to see the engagement comes in. HyuN trying to lure Action to trap. Has a lot of Scourge. Both players with a lot of Scourge. I think Action, though, has a few more. HyuN, has a few more. Action has a lot of reinforcement mutas just ready for them. Some of them get hit by Scourge, but still, I think it's going to, despite more Scourge coming in and hitting Action's mutas, I think just Action in an overall better position. He also has Carapace 1 upgrades. While on the opposite side, I think HyuN doesn't. So Action's just going to be able to run this down. HyuN's ground army taken care of, and really his mutalist number not enough. Going to be forced to run back home. No Carapace upgrade on him. Trying to send one muta off to the side track. There's a distraction. That's not going to happen. Oh, man. Action just fully inside here. Muta, some reinforcement rules out there for HyuN. I'm going to see whether Action has enough. I think Action has enough number here. More Scourge coming in for HyuN. But I think Action has even more Muta reinforcement coming in. But that single Carapace upgrade really coming in handy at this point. Investing in that sometimes really can become huge advantages. GG from HyuN as Action takes it. So that's going to be that. We're going to... nice win there by Action. He's going to be going on to the winners match. So this is altogether looking out to be a very interesting group. HyuN going to move on to the losers. We're going to see how all this evolves. We're guaranteed 2 TVZs today. Might have more, depending on how the rest of the games go. We're going to see how it is. So GG guys, wrenching out there listening. Hope you enjoyed. I got to get all this group stuff done because round 16 right around the corner. Oh my god.